Hey guys, what's up? It's Finch here. We're gonna try something new. I'm actually home. Now that I've got Rex, I figured I'd bring you guys these games as well. Now that we're kind of getting through some SS content. So these are the games I played for SmogTour tournament last week in my deepest run of the weekend. So I'm not gonna say how many games it is as to not spoil the results. I will say it's more than one, so you'll probably be able to tell just by the duration of the video. But yeah, so we're gonna just go through them one by one. I'm using the same teams for the most part that I used during the suspect laddering, so nothing out of the ordinary. Probably already be familiar with them, more likely than not. But we're just gonna go through the games. Might have to pause a little bit if it's long, or maybe not if it's short. Really depends on the run. I'm going to be doing this for SS this week because these teams are Doug Trio metagame, and week 4, week 7, and playoffs are almost definitely not going to be Doug Trio metagame. But I might not do this for all generations moving forward, if only because I don't want to reveal all the teams. I do hide games. For example, the replay I'm showing you now is private, and some other future rounds might be private as well. So let's wait and see. But my first game was against a friend of mine and a very good player, Lopin Kicks. It was an unfortunate draw right off the bat, but I knew that I had the ability to take him if I were to play my cards right. And seeing this matchup, I noticed right off the bat that there are some things that he has that can be problematic, such as the combination of Dugtrio and Snorlax. Why, might you ask? Well, first and foremost, I do have Snorlax covered pretty well. First and foremost, I can trick it with the with the Jirachi. Tricking it with Jirachi basically makes it useless unless I knock it off by accident with the Pex. I also have Haze on Toxapex. Toxapex with Haze basically can wall Snorlax until it gets a Body Slam para and it's either Earthquake, so it gets a couple paras, or it gets really lucky with a combination of Curse and Body Slam. It need like two straight paras just to have a chance. Um, in addition to that, I also have Como O, which can do a lot of damage with Body Press. However, if it were to take a Body Slam paralysis, then it could be slower than it, or potentially incapable of doing damage on a turn due to fall paralysis. And after a curse, Body Press's damage output does drop significantly. So that's also worth noting. Um, the thing is, with the first two measures of Snorlax Counter play, the trio is potentially able to trap both of them. Specifically, it's able to trap the Jirachi after I trick it, or with a Soccer Punch after some chip if I'm locked into Iron Head. It is a choice scarf Jirachi, but it also could be a choice scarf Dugtrio on this team as well. I know some Italian players quite like that, so it's something to keep mindful of as well. And finally, he could also trap the Toxapex. I do have means of making progress, however, in this game. If I'm able to cripple that Toxapex and also keep rocks up with Taunt Como versus Default Corviknight, then I think that things such as Dragapult with Wisp and Hex can do a lot of damage. And in addition to that, I feel as if my Clefable can kind of run all over his team. It's Wish, so it can just stay alive for a long time. It's really not trappable. It doesn't have anything directly threaten it besides Lax, which would need to commit to cursing, and I could trick it or haze it or knock it. So yeah, I feel as if I have the ability to kind of either force like RNG in my favor or like just crippling the right things in my favor to where I could find a hole. So while nothing looks like an immediate threat, I think there are ways to poke holes. So the matchup isn't great, but it's manageable if I'm able to play around the trio and make the most of the little tricks I have up my sleeve, if you will, specifically with Jirachi. Let's get on into the game. I'm going to lead with Taxpex, just figuring, okay, I'll get a knockoff on the Seismitoad lead. And he's actually going to switch out to Corviknight, which is interesting. And he's going to take that knock with that, which is fine. He's going to go for Brave Bird off the bat, which I find interesting. Maybe he predicted me to go Como, but I'm just going to go for Scald, and I'm not going to get the burn initially. Ultimately, that's fine. He's going to go Seismitoad here on another Scald. Again, that's fine. All I've taken is Brave Bird damage. I just knock him off here again, so we're going to trade knocks this time, which I feel like he should have done turn one. But anyway, that's good for me in my eyes, because now the Seismitoad isn't going to be able to switch on rocks without any punishment. I go to Clef. For some reason, he doesn't knock. And I'm just going to Moonblast, trying to chip it. He's going to Corviknight, so 15% does tell me a lot about its EV spread. I feel like he's not going to Iron Head. I just teleport out and I get Como in. I don't mind taking a Brave Bird with it. I just want to get rocks and neutralize the field. It's probably do like 40% with Brave Bird anyway. And this uses 45. The net is less than 40. And you take some recoil. I don't want to taunt and risk another Brave Bird, so I'm actually going to go Clefable. He's going to Seismitoad, which is interesting. And now he's going to go Snorlax here. I think I just teleport. I know I actually wish, which in my opinion was a wasteful play in hindsight. He's going to go Body Slam and thankfully not get the process as I teleport out, getting that Como healthy. I think I probably could have been a bit more conservative there, but that's fine. Now it's as if I didn't really take much damage. He's going to Clefable here. I go for Earthquake to try and figure out the set. I do 20, but it does seem like he's Life Orb. So right off the bat, I go to the Jirachi, and try and check it. But he doubles the trio and then reveals he's Scarf of his own. But I do live the Scarf after not only one Stealth Rock, but I will live it after two Stealth Rocks. So that's okay. I hate to U-turn off because I thought it would be banned and go for Earthquake. So that's not a great start, but I can still get a trick up potentially. I go for Sheer. Now you know I can teleport right back up to that Jirachi. So thankfully, Body Slam and no paralysis. So I go back to Jirachi here and I get this healed all the way up to half health, which is great. And I think I just go for a trick here, and he stays in, which, in my opinion, was a misplay by him. He should have went Seismitoad to Corviknight, but he doesn't get paralysis again, so I'm getting quite lucky with the body slams. But at this point, he goes Corviknight, and I think I just go U-turn. Yup, I've left using Distraction, which works wonders. Now I go Clef here. At this point, I'm not really respecting Iron Head a ton, but I am going to scout for it once, and he's going to go for Brave Bird. Yeah, I don't think it's Brave Bird plus Iron Head. It would make very little sense, since it's also the Defogger. But I do go Toxic Specs, just not wanting to risk bulk up or maybe an Iron Head as well, so I am respecting it a lot, actually. And he goes Seismitoad here on a Recover. I didn't want to Scald to heal it, as we still don't think the Clefable's Wish, because it's Life Orb on his team. So I go to Clefable here, and I take a burn, which is good as he can't paralyze me. And I don't mind taking the knock, because it was kind of inevitable. I go for Wish, and I think I just go Moonblast here, as he goes Corviknight as well. So I'm forcing a Roost, although I do lose 2 Moonblast PP along the way. And I do believe this gives me a free teleport into something like Dragapult. Yeah. And with the Snorlax trick, Dragapult can go in. I think I get a Wisp buff here, which is delightful. I do have to play around this, though. So I think I'm going to go to Pex here on the U-turn. Indeed, I do. I'm hoping that he's not Thunderbolt. He's going to go for Moonblast. It's going to do 17, which does confirm the fact that he's Life Orb, given how physically defensive he is. I think he goes Corviknight here. Yup. And I just go for Knock again. He goes Brave Bird, which is fine by me. I go Recover. I just don't want to Scald into Seismitoad or Knock into Snorlax, so I kind of have to play cautiously. I Scald here, predicting the Roost, though, since he's chipped. I don't get the burn. He's in a Brave Bird again. I don't really understand the sequencing by him. But I'm going to Knock, predicting the Seismitoad, just trying to condition around. He Brave Birds once more and gets a critical hit. And I Knock. So all of a sudden, I'm quite low in range of another potential critical hit. So I go to Clefable, and I just want to Wish to it. He's going to Brave Bird there and does 30. So he seems to be using Brave Bird PP pretty liberally. He only has 16 left, but it can be managed. And I'm going to teleport here and get my Jirachi back up to full, which seems very important. And I think here I am I'm going to use Wish with it, yeah, because I didn't reveal that yet. And he just Roost, which was kind of weird. And I think here I U-turn into Clefable to try and heal it up because I know I'm outside of range. But he's going to, it did like 30 to 32. He's going to land a critical hit on the only turn that I was in range of a critical hit dying, which is really unfortunate. And this was the same day that Ryza got lucky against me in SPL, so I was just tilted. I'm like, yeah, it's a coronavirus power. Anyway, he's going to go Seismitoad as I go Toxic Specs. Now I'm really in a hole. And to make matters worse, I knock off, and he predicts that. So he goes to Snorlax, and now Snorlax is tricked. Scarf no longer there, but it also does have leftovers. He's going to Body Slam here. I think he's going to predict me to U-turn here. So I go for Wisp, and he goes for another Body Slam. And I feel like I'm really behind, so I actually really feel a need to get this Wisp. I miss again on a Curse, and now I'm feeling like he could be something like a Dark-type move, like Darkest Lariat, or Earthquake, and either of those could chunk me. So I go right to Pex, and he doesn't reveal either. He just goes for Body Slam. So I was thinking, maybe it's Rest Talk after all. He's going to go Body Slam once more. At this point, I don't mind letting this take Paralysis. I have to Haze. And he's going to Body Slam again. No Paralysis. And I'm getting really lucky with the Body Slams. And I kind of deserve that because my burnt Clefable got luck prior to this. So yeah, I get another Wisp here, but I Wisp into the Clefable, which is a really nice play by him. Not scared of that Hex. I U-turn here into Jirachi, and I just want to see what he's going to do. He's going to Soft Boil. Okay, that's fine. I'm trying to figure out how I can kind of break this. He goes Dragapult on an Iron Head, I believe. Yeah, which was a really questionable play when you have Corviknight that has 11 Roosts left and pressure. But I digress. He goes Dragapult and U-turns into Manba, so it doesn't even make much progress. I think here he goes Seismitoad, and now that I know he's not Wish on Clefable because it's Life Orb, I go over to Foul Play there trying to chip it. He gets to burn the first time, which can have my damage, which is unfortunate, but ultimately that's fine. There's still some damage. And now I get a U-turn off, predicting the Clefable switch, and I go back to Jirachi. And I think here, maybe I Iron Head again or do I Wish, predicting switch? I think he goes Dragapult again. Yeah, I don't really understand why he went Dragapult, but I go for the U-turn actually as a bit of a mid-ground and get Mandibuzz back and recover it off. And even if it's Specs, I should live with Thunderbolt or Draco here without a doubt, which is great. And he's going to U-turn, just getting his way out. I think it might be a Scarf Dragapult, maybe. I don't know what it is otherwise. So I Roost, and I get a U-turn, and Clefable indeed is slower, it's just defensive. as I go Pex. He's a Moonblast, and I think I'm a bit fearful of the trio coming in at some point. But he goes Corviknight, which is kind of odd how he's playing his Corviknight. And I go Jirachi, which it ended up working out for him really nicely. As I'm leftovers, I just go for that wish, and having two wishes on this team makes it so that if Clefable dies prematurely, then I'm not actually completely ruined. I go Dragon Pulse figuring, okay, he might Brave Bird, so I don't mind taking that at all. But he actually defogs, revealing that he has it, which is interesting. So that wish basically is wasted. He's gonna go Dragon Pulse here as I U-turn. I'm trying to predict something like Snorlax to come in, or just trying to pivot out. He goes for the Draco this time, and I predict him to predict me to U-turn and just go for the foul play to take that out. So yeah, while he does get 37% damage off, I am able to take that out. So now it's a 5-5 game at least, and I think I can just boost his damage off, but I think that wishing with Jirachi makes more sense because it also threatens a Calm Mind as he goes for the Calm Mind. So him not wanting to risk to flinch at this point is going to go Corviknight, and now all of a sudden I feel like I'm back in the driver's seat thanks to this second wish on Jirachi. So making a wish over healing wish went a long way in this game. As you can see, you turn out to Mandibuzz, and he reveals his full set, his Body Press, Brave Bird, Roost Defog. So I can go to this comfortably and wish and Roost back up. And I'm actually going to Roost again here just to see if he goes for Body Press and how much it'll do. But he Roosts on his own. Again, I don't really understand how he's playing this Corviknight this way, but it works. I go for U-turn now, only doing 1%, and I go back to Toxapex. Knowing he doesn't have U-turn, I don't fear Dugtrio at all anymore. He goes Seismitoad here. I don't think I Scald. I think I recover. Yeah, just mid-grounding it. And now I go Mandibuzz, and again, he can only set up rocks. He can't really do much more than burn me. I think he might have knockoff, so he might go for that. And that he does. But I know that I kind of want to trade rocks, so I think I U-turn here. No, I actually foul play trying to chip it a little more, knowing that I could win that sequence 1v1 since he's not wish. That's fine. I think, yeah, I go for U-turn here, do 2% after foul play does 4. Oh, yeah, the little things do matter. Knee Moonblast, that's a PP wasted, so yeah, I kind of get around that. Do I go Jirachi here? I don't think so. Yeah, just go for the knockoff here, knowing that it's pretty drawback free now that the Scarf's already knocked off the Snorlax anyway. He goes Body Press as I Scald, which is kind of bizarre, and I do finally land the burn, so that makes the Corviknight a whole lot less threatening. Now he goes Seismitoad as I go Dragon Pulse. I know I could kill him with Draco Meteor, so he goes Clefable, and I actually Hex calling that, and now I feel like I'm really in a winning position. He goes Snorlax, I U-turn, predicting that, and now I get Como up to potentially set up rocks, and seeing as my Como O is taunt, and he's knocked and burnt, Brave Bird's going to do little damage. Oh, I actually go for Body Press, and now I think I just taunt here. Yeah, taunt here. And I feel like I'm really in full stride now. I don't think I'm giving him much room. He's going to Brave Bird with Burn. It's only 23%, which is well under 20% net damage. And he's 22% in Body Press range and taunted. I predict him to go Clefable. He ultimately decides that just letting go of Corviknight is play, though. But in doing this, I still get a chance to flinch him down, but he roosts. So it was a bit greedy of me to not go for the kill with the Como, but I knew it was really drawback free. And then I just go for another flinching sequence, but I don't ultimately get it, I believe. I think I flinched 2 or 3 times, but not the full time. Yeah, I only flinched once, and then he roosts up. So now we're back to square one, but I still can win the Como versus Corviknight war, as I could just wish to it here and then prevent the same sequence. It's at 84. It could also go Mandibuzz here, but I actually go Como, predicting him to go for an attack. He goes for Roost again, though, which also means his Roost PP is getting low. So I think here I just Stealth Rock, and I unfortunately let this back up to full. Oh, no, I bit Body Press, predicting him to stay in. And he just Brave Birds, that's fine. He was down to 60. I think maybe I rock here. Do I rock here or taunt? Hopefully I rock. I Body Press. Oh, I Body Press, predicting the Clefable because it's too. Oh, that's why I was Body Pressing so aggressively. So I caught that. And now I feel like I can really just win the game with Como. So I Body Press again. I don't even need rocks necessarily. One more. And I am using a lot of PP of it because this is pressure, but I still have 7 left. He's going to go Seismitoad. I'm going to Body Press and no burn, which pretty much means the game is mine. I think I won either way, honestly, in the long haul, barring a really lucky Snorlax. But yeah, Body Press there. He goes Dugtrio, which can't take me out. He does get Toxic off on me, though, which is a smart play, but it's going to ultimately be futile as both of his Pokemon are, in fact, in range. This is a 52. Body Press can take him out. And then Clefable, as you saw before, was in like low 10s. I think, yeah, 12%. So I'm gonna be able to emerge victorious against opening kicks, ultimately a taunt, just to prevent any shenanigans, and then my attack to kill it. So in a 5-0, 95 turn victory, that initially seemed really scary, was able to turn out in my favor. So that's the first win of the set. My round 2 game, I'm using the same team, and am against youngster Bill. He took forever in round 1, and then changed up his team to this weird rain team. So let's get right on into it. It's interesting to see Keldeo. I'm figuring it's probably specs. Kind of feels like Astro Ninja last generation. He leaves Drill, and I know I'm Scarf, so I'm faster no matter what. So I just U-turn out Demand Buzz as he goes for the Stealth Rock. I figure I could just defog it off. Worst case scenario, he like goes to and flinch mate. He actually goes Pelipper here, which is smart. I don't know if he's gonna respect knock or not. I just U-turn figuring he may switch, but he doesn't respect knock. I go Dragapult figuring okay he'll just U-turn and he matches it pretty well against most of his team. He goes Pharaoh. I don't want to take a knock at this point. I don't even think I want to take Iron Barb, so I think I just try to switch Como on a knock. Yeah, and Como isn't really super necessary this game, and I have Wish anyway, so I think I rock as he goes Pelipper. Yup, yup, yup. That's fine. And now he goes for Scald with the Pelipper into my pecs and gets the first burn, which is a little unfortunate, but manageable, manageable. He's going to go for U-turn. I think here I go knock. I'd be a smart plan anyway. Indeed I do. So I knock off the Pharaoh, but it turns out that he's Choppleberry, which actually would have been annoying for me with Como low if he was low. So now I'm going to go right back to Como and abuse that being knocked off. He goes Spikes. I think here I go, do I go Taunt or Body Press? I go Earthquake predicting the Dragapult. Right, right, right. It was not a bad play. And now with this outside of rain, I figure, okay, Hurricane's going to just be shrugged off to Drachi, and I kind of want to trick it. So here, I get confused, but I want to trick one of the steel types. It turns out he goes Pelipper, though. Not predicting the trick, maybe. I get confused, though, which really sucks. But he stays in, and I trick him. And does he Scald? Because if he does, I might be too low. But no, he just U-turns. So now I'm at a high enough health to where I can probably play around. And I'm also probably faster than this drill, but I don't want to risk like anything, I guess. I don't know. I was faster. I probably should have U-turned there, but maybe I was scared of taking Iron Barb as well. So I just go Demand Buzz, Defog, and now that he doesn't have Damp Rock, this Mantine's ability to break through shit is compromised quite a bit. I U-turn on the sub, which is fine. And now I go Dragapult, and I think I just let myself take the Hurricane in return for getting a Wisp off. Yeah, and I think that was worthwhile ultimately, because I'd be able to pass a Wish to it later myself if I played my cards right. But it did make this sequence threatening, because if you got a couple confusions on Clefable, that could have been a bad news bears, and he gets one right there. I think here I don't think I go Jirachi either because I'm weakened. So I protect here. Now Rain runs out, which is really good for me, and he keeps taking burn damage. So I go Jirachi here, knowing that I'm faster, and he's Hurricaning, and he misses that Hurricane, and that actually goes my favorite ton. But he did get lucky before, so I don't mind it. He finally decides to roost, and I wish here. I think he goes Pelipper, yeah. And I go for Iron. I just wanted to recover this up first, and I think I just U-turn here. Knowing that I should still be quicker. Yeah, and he goes U-turn as I go Como, just trying to get rocks up. I'm like a Scald. I don't mind taking burn. And he goes Mantine. I think here, this is the time I break the roost and body press down. I live a Hurricane anyway. And it does 57, and now he's kind of trapped in this sequence where I could outdamage the roost, and I live a Hurricane. And that is really great for me. I do 61 there, yup. The strength of body press is great. And I predict him to go for the Hurricane here, and I don't want to risk confusion there, just I feel like I'm really far ahead now. But he roosts again, and I think here I just wish. Yeah, I wish here. And now I U-turn, and I think I could use this opportunity to heal Dragapult up, thinking as he's almost definitely not going to be Hurricane, let alone lock into it. And he roosts, which is fine, but that lets me get it back to the full with the Wish. And now I feel like I'm really in the driver's seat because I can threaten his entire team with Wisp plus Hex. He doesn't have the Ghost Resist. I let Pharaoh get burnt right off the bat. And again, I don't want to take Iron Barb, so I just go Como as he leeches, which would have been similarly problematic to my health, but not in the long term so much as just short term. I predict some sort of switch, and I go to Clefable to get leftovers up, which is great. He goes Mantine, which can't threaten me much outside of rain, and do I wish or Moonblast? Yeah, I wish. And he goes Drill as I just Moonblast now to get damage off. I do 20 to Drill, which isn't substantial, but it is enough to leave it well below full and in range for Body Press, as he goes for Stealth Rock. It's also into a kill range for Foul Play, even with leftovers, which is cool. But I just defog here, and that's fine. He's going to go Pharaoh as I U-turn, and I am taking some Iron Barb chips, but he's also taking chip repeatedly because I was his Choppleberry knocked off, which wasn't leftovers, but also he's burnt now. I go for rocks as he goes for spikes. It's a fair trade. I'm going to predict a Dragapult here and go Clefable as a mid-ground, knowing he could also music take leech. I didn't want to Earthquake just a little to it. So yeah, that works out. I do get Clefable in. I think here, do I teleport? Yeah, I teleport, and I get the Dragapult in, knowing that if I hit Wisp, this is going to be insanely threatening to his team. I could actually Wisp here, predicting the Pharaoh, but I think I Hex here predicting the Pharaoh, but I think I just Wisp, yeah. Which is fine, and given my position at the point in time. Now I just U-turn. I'm okay taking it, and he's not like recovering anything. He's saying damage each turn, pretty much. But now I go Plaf. He leeches into it, predicting a switch, and I teleport and get Hex Dragapult in. And now after all those burn turns, it's actually able to get the kill. So I get the kill on that. Now I go back to Mandibuzz. He goes to his own Dragapult revenge kill. I'm thinking it's probably Scarf, maybe Specs, and he just went for the tie there. I don't know. So there's a calc, but it's gonna work out for me as I get Mandibuzz in the Shadow Ball, roost up, and now with his Spiker dead, I think I Fog here knowing I could get my rocks up easily enough. I do in fact Focus. He goes Keldeo, so finally the Keldeo's in rain. This is like threat number one. He does 86 with the Specs Hydro as I U-turn and get my Dragapult in. And I think here I make a little misplay. I should probably went back and just spam recover. But I go Dragapult, I U-turn, just twist another rain turn, and he hits another killing Man-Buzz. And I couldn't directly kill the Keldeo, so I was like, probably shouldn't have went that. But anyway, he goes to the Pelipper on a Scald and Rain does 14, and I get the burn finally, which is great. And his Rain turns up, and he's got his Pelipper in. So he goes for a Roost, trying to preserve it for more Rain later, as I get Como in, so it's going to let me get Rocks up for at least a decent chunk of the game. And as he goes Mantine, which actually is looking okay against my team, but I can manage it. Jirachi only takes 17% here, and I'm going to try and trick it to Damp Rock here, so I get the Metronome, I think. Oh, he actually goes for Surf, and I go for Iron Head here, and I flinch him. So I'm at full and he's at half, which is good for me. I'm going for another just to try and flinch it out, but he's going to roost. And I think at this point I call him to either stay or go drill. So I think here I trick. And does he go drill? Yeah, he goes drill. So I knew he would go Pelipper, and that worked out. Now I get leftovers, these Damp Rock drill. And I think here I go Dragapult predicting spin, and he just goes for rocks, which is fine. As long as he didn't go for Earthquake and like crit, I'd be fine. And now he goes Pelipper on the Wisp, but that is okay for me because he's in Hex range, and he took rocks. And I just kill him off with Hex. So all of a sudden, he not only has like a couple turns of rain left for the whole battle, and he goes to his own Dragapult to abuse that, not even a water type. So it's like, what's the point? And he U-turns there to get that in, but instead he's going to go drill to remove hazards. All of a sudden, all these extra layers of the matchup that I've added with my longevity and my hazards, I have kind of mitigated to the point where like I've set up to the point where like his range setting is mitigated completely, and I just feel great. And I predict him to rapid spin here, and I get Como in. I think I just body press or earthquake or something here. I don't think I rock. Actually, I do rock, which is a good play because he goes Mantine. Okay, and now I go Jirachi again. Surf does 29. As you see on max HP, I've got some special defense. I'm also speed though, and I can just try and flinch it again, and I'm gonna get the first one. Do I get the second one? Drum roll, please. I do, and that'll leave it down at 8% as my Jirachi also recovers leftovers, and I'm going to go for a U-turn there, knowing that it's fine to be at this health, and lets me get my Toxics in, which can wall the 2 or 3 Pokemon, but not the Drill. He's going to get to Drill in, which is indeed problematic with the Mandibuzz dead, but he's not even able to kill me, so I go for Skull there myself. I get a crit and a burn, insult injury. I want either way unless he like got really lucky against Como and Dragapult, but it makes my life easier. I predict him to spin there, so I go Como to try to make rocks up, but he does actually die to burn anyway, so it was kind of futile. But Como is a fine fodder. He goes for Sacred Sword, so I see what he's locked into, and I think I just go Dragapult, and I can just spam Hex. Do 35 to him. I think I gain leftovers there. Yeah, into a here, just 36 in the next one. And now he goes to his own Dragapult. And do I just let myself die? Yeah, he wins the tie, or maybe it wasn't a tie. I don't know. Not revealing spreads. And I go Clef. I protect here. I think I just want to avoid like Specs Shadow Ball crit range. So maybe he's like Modest or some shit. So I just go Jirachi as fodder. Get free leftovers to fall. No harm, no foul. Um, Now I think I go for protect here again. And maybe I just fodder the pack off. I don't remember, but either way, I'm at like 97 now, so Crit can't even kill, but I mean, Pex is in range anyway, so I was like, why not? He takes it out, and now I'm going to get all the way to full. Crit can't kill me. Drop won't do the trick, and I kill with Moonblast always, so that's going to be game. And then a long, drawn-out rain counter assault. I'm able to emerge victorious. He does, in fact, get the crit, by the way. I'm going to pause for a second, and then we'll get back into it in a minute. But this is round 2 win. Alright, so we're back here now. We get my round 3 game against Zevara. At this point, I really wasn't expecting to get past turn 3 or 4. Normally, I actually am pretty slow to adjust to new generations and like the SmogTour environment. A lot of it's kind of being able to reliably beat players that might be a bit less experienced than me. I don't want to use the word skillful because skill is kind of relative, but less experienced than me. But they can find ways to kind of eke out wins against me due to my lack of consistency in these formats. But it feels like maybe I cracked it this time with these kind of PEX balances, and this time I load up a bit of a different one in fear of potentially being like counter styled because my replays could have been found on Smug Tours. So because of that, I loaded up this dual ice team. It's a team that AVR star built, I believe. It's got banded Mammoth Wine, just standard packs, Specs Curum, standard Corv. Um, it's got Rocks to Fable and Hydragon. It's a team I used a lot in the laddering as well because it's a bit more aggressive than the balances I was using, which I like to avoid passivity, but also against this opponent in particular, I feel like Mammoth Wine was just gonna go off after seeing the replays. And also I like Churum, so I figured why not bring both? Sure. So I'm gonna lead with Clefable, just trying to get rocks up, and he's gonna lead with his own Clefable. I think I go for knock right off the bat, and he's gonna let go of the heavy duty boost in his rotom, which is great for me. And now he's gonna go for Volt Switch. I was just like, okay, I'll scout what he's going for with Hydreigon. He goes Como, which I'm not quite sure I understand. And I just U-turn figuring he's gonna double back the Clef, and that's what he does. So sure. I guess he's trying to bait the Draco. Anyway, here, do I go for rocks or knock again? I go for knock again. Figuring, okay, get some chip on this. And now I go for rocks as he goes for toxic. So that says a lot about his set. Volt plus toxic. He's probably not nasty plot. So that means I feel comfortable staying in and going for a knock here as he vaults. And so therefore I catch his Clefable there anyway. So it's all working out for me at this point. I go for Moonblast, just trying to figure out stall. His PP down, he wishes, and I just want to chip this as much as possible and position it to where his healing turns are clear so I can get openings with my ice types. So far, it's a bit early, but I definitely see a path. He's going to go to Rotom, and he's wasted like 2 wishes as far. But the Rotom's back healthy. I'm kind of paranoid of a nasty plot this time, so I just go Pax as a pivot. He goes Como, and I'm fine. I'm willing to trade Knock for Rocks because I'm just going to mean that this is going to need a Wish sooner rather than later. I think I want to avoid Scalding here because it might burn the Clef, which means I can't freeze it, but yeah, I go Corviknight, figuring okay, I could deal with the Rocks trade because my Clef gets in easier than his Como, and he goes Dracovish as I do in fact defog, and he goes for Fish's Frontier as I go Pax, and that does 37. So I'm thinking okay, it's probably like Adamant Scarf giving that damage. I could deal with that. Um, I recover here, and that's gonna leave me in a position where I don't mind staying in and taking the freeze ride, but I figure I can go Corp next. It should take two a little better. And now I think I just U-turn from here. I do in fact do that as he goes Rotom Heat. I go Cure him, and I try and threaten out with the Draco. Do I go for Draco? I don't quite remember. I think actually I scout for him with Toxic and stay, but he goes Clef, which also means I can get rocks up. So either way, it was like a win-win for me. So now I get rocks up. I'm gonna Moonblast into this as well, and he's gonna go for Teleport into the Rotom Heat, which is fine as again it's another Wish PP wasted. And he also doesn't have Rock Swords as I do. I think here I just Moonblast again. And yeah, and his Clef is at 48 now, so he's going to need to Wish again. Yeah, so I'm going to Moonblast just to kind of push that issue. So yeah, we're really forcing a little progress at a time here. And now I go Mammoth Swine and Obvious Protect. I think here I'm just going to elect to Icicle Crash. And I figure, okay, I can figure out what the Jirachi set is or see out the spread on the Rotom Heat. And I'm going to miss, unfortunately, which kind of sucks, but it's fine. I'm going to predict the Vault Switch, and then I'm going to get him here. This is a really good play by me. And I think here I should switch out to Clefable. I kind of am fearful of Pain Split. He's real in Pain Split, so now I know it's full set because Overheat lasts, no doubt about that. I'm scared of a little bit of Overheat crit getting max damage, but given Revolves before, it would need max damage and like maybe like max damage crit might not even kill. Sorry, I was trying to say. So I just soft boiled up anyway. He's going for Fish's Rend again, and yeah, it's looking like Adamant Scarf damage. I get Pexin on Fish's Rend. I recover to there. He goes Clef. He goes double to Rotom without wishing, which is interesting as I go Clef. But he can heal up with Pain Split, as I said before, which is fine. So I get a Moonblast here, and I do 16, no drop, which is fine. I'm going to pause for 1 second to reset the music. Alright, I accidentally reset the replay, so I think this is where we are. I see Toxics as I stay in. On Soft Boiled, yeah, again, he can't do much. I think he's just trying to like bait himself in the position of Pain Split. I knock off, just knowing I don't want to waste my Moonblast PP so much, as I've already wasted 7 of them, and knockoff does kind of similar damage, and he's not resisted. He finally Volt Switch and relents a little bit. As he goes to Clef on a Moonblast, I kind of predicted that would be his Volt turn, so it's great. Again, he's at 12 wishes, and now he's going to have to be at 11 for sure. And to heal up the Rotom, he'd even have to be at like 10. So yeah, again, I predicted Protect, but he Moonblast predicting me to Mamoswine that time. Really good play by him. And now he goes Rotom Heat as I Ice Crash here. And I think at this point, I'm willing to take the Overheat, but I don't. And I switch out. Yeah, and he goes for it as I go Hydreigon, and he doesn't Pain Split, which is great. But then he predicts me to U-turn predicting Clefable, which is a little greedy of me, but I didn't really want to Clefable in. Um, and he actually has no, yeah, he has no Defogger on this team, but he probably has Healing Wish on this. So in hindsight, Dark Pulse was my play. That was a little misplayed, but he's gonna predict that, and he is gonna Pain Split. I go Mamoswine, knowing full well that I'm pretty weakened, and I go Hydreigon here, but he's gonna Volt Switch, predicting that. I don't know why he didn't Pain Split if he was predicting the switch. The Volt Switch makes no sense, but whatever. Now my Mamoswine's unfortunately low. I'm gonna U-turn here, and I'm gonna go Cure him, forcing him to stand after the Wish and Protect. He goes for Protect indeed after as I Ice Beam to kind of threaten him, and that's great because it wastes another Wish PP. And now I'm gonna do over half with this, but he's gonna get the drop, which really sucks. So I go for another, and no freeze. So now I feel like I'm kind of shit out of luck. I'm just trying to force progress here with one of these ice types, because I feel like if I break through one Pokemon, then the rest of the team is gonna fall apart. He's gonna go for Protect here, and I feel like Ice Crash kind of corners him a little bit again, as I force him to reveal the Jirachi set and take a ton of damage, but I miss. So now it's just like shit. But I predict the U-turn correctly. He goes Rotom Heat, and he has to fight it off because after U-turn anything fight. So I feel like that was a misplay of him, but I kind of read it right through it because it seemed really obvious given how he's playing. And now I think I foddered it. I saved this off. Wanted to fodder it off later, the Dracovish or something like that, like Karam. So I go Corviknight. As he goes Como, which I am fine with because he takes rocks. I think here I go Karam, predicting the rocks, and I get it right, which gives me a free chance to do some damage. He goes Jirachi, and I don't call it. I just go for Ice Beam and no freeze. There, I go Pax, figuring he's going to Iron Head. He does U-turn now. See, now he's a little bit ahead momentum-wise, but I feel like I'm ahead overall progress-wise. I'm a Pokemon as well. Now he goes Clef as I go Corviknight, figuring, okay, we can trade Fog again if that's fine with you. It's fine with me. He's going to Wish. I'm going to Fog, and we're going to see a teleport into the Jirachi, so that Ice Beam damage suddenly disappeared. I'm going to predict Trick here, but he's actually going to go for U-turn, which is fine because, again, the Memos one was mainly intended on Fighter. I could have gotten more mileage out of it, though, so it sucked. Now I go Hydreigon, and I think I'm going to U-turn here as he stays, which I think that was a bad play by him. I think that was really unnecessary, but it did work in a sense. But freeze round is 38, so long as he doesn't freeze me, I'm okay. No freeze for the first time, no freeze for the second time. Pressure is also racking up, and now I'm outside of 2 kill range. So he's going to switch to Dracovish as I U-turn, predicting that, which went work wonders. I go Hydreigon here. Now I think I go for U-turn again, as he goes Como, which makes no sense. Why not go Clef? But now I get Curaman here, and Clef is low, to be fair. So Ice Beam was my play. I take out the Como. Now I think he goes Jirachi, and I go Corviknight, predicting that. Him to not go for Trick, but he goes for Trick, which is fine, though, because my U-turn is still slower. But now I'm locked into a move, which kind of sucks. I go for U-turn here, though, predicting Clef. Now I get Curaman, and again, we're able to get off free Ice Beam off. And he goes for Protect, which is smart, because if I Earth Powered into Jirachi, that would have sucked for him, but you can scout that out. And now he goes Jirachi as I get the Wish off, and I do 33 here. Now he does recover from leftovers, which is good for him. I go Corviknight. He's going to U-turn, and again, we're kind of in the same sequence, but now he's able to heal up with Clef because I can't threaten it. At this point, I go to my own Clef to try and climb rocks, so at least limit his switching and force him to burn through wishes, because at this point, he's only at 7 wish PP, which is great for me. He goes for Moonblast, though, and gets a drop, which kind of limits my ability to force wishes as my damage output is neutralized. However, he goes for a wish in his own there. I predict him to switch out now, and I go to Corviknight. He's going to send that wish to Dracovish, which is fine, ultimately, because I'm going to bait a Fish's Rend and go Pax. But he is going to go for Psychic Fangs. It's going to do half, and I want to get the hell out of there. I think that my Hydreigon should be able to handle it, seeing as it's locked into the Psychic move, and I am, in fact, a Dark type. It didn't be the case. Now I got to get a U-turn off, get the Clefable, and we're back to kind of square one, sort of, with my Clefable against his. He's going to go Jirachi. Do I go for a knockoff and call it? No, I just go for Moonblast. And so I'm going to do 14, and then leftovers are going to heal it, or at least neutralize rock damage. For some reason here, I get greedy and stay in and knock off. It does work. I was expecting a U-turn or like a wish or trick or whatever, but yeah, it really did work. I don't know why I said trick, not trick, but I don't really need Clef's health. The knock was kind of a luxury more than a necessity, though. He goes secure him here. At this point, I'm fine letting go of Corviknight, actually. It's not really needed. And he's freeze dry isn't only 36, though, so all of a sudden, I can heal it. Um, but I actually like to go to for body press, which kind of does a very little amount here near me, which means it's still not at a rock range, but it's fine. I think here I go Hydreigon like Dark Pulse, just making sure I get forced to kill. I really want to Dark Pulse again, but I don't. As he goes for Wish, and I'm like, okay, fuck, he can still tell a Wish the Kyurem, so I gotta get healthy again. Set a range, he's gonna do just that. Down to 3% with rocks, and then back up to 53% with the Kyurem. As he goes back to the Fable again, it's fine. I can force wishes, I can force damage. It's not all bad. As he wishes here, I'm expecting to go for Protect here, so I think I just knock, yeah, he's in range working out. This game's all been really long. He only has 4 wish left as we see at this point. So we're getting there. There's another one, so only 3 left. He's going to protect again, just get all the way up to full. Might be his last time being able to do the full. And now I assume he's going to wish teleport. He wishes. I'm going to Moonblast again, and saving his PP earlier on helped a lot because he still have 8 left, or 7 left. 8 left. So he gets Jirachi and not Kyurem, though. So all of a sudden I'm like, okay, I don't mind this Jirachi at all. I have Toxapex still, and you're not Zen Headbutt if you're Trick. And U-turn. I don't feel like that's the last move. And my suspicion is confirmed there. I see U-turns and I knock into Clef. Again, more damage on Clef. That's good. He's going to go Dracovish. And I think I Scald into it here. And this reveals that it's Water Blip, so it's actually a banned set, which makes sense to Scarf Jirachi. And this guy's bad for using that. It was a mistake, obviously. Anyway, I Scald again, predicting the switch. I Scald once more, and that's wasting wishes, doing damage to Clef. It's great. He only has 1 left now. Indy protects, so yeah, free turn City. He goes Jirachi. I just knock off predicting that, not wanting to waste a Moonblast defeat. Maybe very valuable for taking out Kyurem. He goes for Trick there, and that recovers the Black Sludge from my Pex, which isn't good for him. Finally, he's going to give in a Healing Wish, as he does in fact go Kyurem. And this is kind of the last boss. It can really threaten my team, but I also can revenge kill it. He's going to go for Freeze Dry, and I'm going to go for Knockoff, I believe, just trying to deter that. Here I have to fire something probably. I have to like to go on my own Kyurem just because it doesn't really feel necessary. So much luxury that can maybe get a kill if I chip the Fable. He's going to take that out. I'm going to go Hydreigon. And at this point, do I U-turn? I Draco, freaking to stay in. Yeah, and now I go Pex as he goes Teleport into Kyurem. Okay, down to 37. Freeze Dry is looking annoying. He goes for it as I go. No, he goes Ice Beam as I go Clef. But seeing as he is knocked, it's only going to do 43. So all of a sudden, I'm able to check it with Clef pretty comfortably. So part of my game plan was that, and it worked wonders. I'm just going to keep going for soft boiled. I was out of crit range after like 2 recovers, which is great. 91 here, and now I think I go from last year, take it out, so I'm up 3-2. His Dracovish is all you can really use to break at this point. And seeing as it's basically walled by my Toxapex, I'm not as worried about it. And he's going to go for the Fish's Friend. 36 here, another 33 here. When I recover up, now I'm at such crit range, so I'm feeling really comfortable. Recover here, go PP up. He's going to go Clef. I'm going to go for recover once more because my PP in this is not too limited. Now I go my own Clef, so I'm faster. He's going to teleport though, but that does give me free turn left over, which is really cool. I go back to Pex on a Psychic Fangs, which basically invites him on the Hydreigon, and he's going to go Clef here, which is fine. A Wish chip for 7%, and again, I'm knocked into Wish Ran, so U-turn chip. As he goes Dracovish, and he can't really break me, and I'm slowly breaking through him with rocks and whatnot, so it's great. Pex here, back on the Psychic Fangs, but he crits, so now all of a sudden I gotta be really hesitant with how I pivot, as he goes Clef on Hydreigon here. So yeah, now it's like really dangerous. I U-turn here, I go to Pex, take their generator, and he teleports as he goes to Dracovish here, and now I gotta go Hydreigon, knowing I could live a Fish's Friend if he goes for it, but also I'm able to wall Psychic Fangs. I U-turn here. I go Pex, and as long as it doesn't crit, I'm fine. It doesn't crit the first one. Doesn't crit the second one, and I'm well out of the blue because I can just recover spam for a little bit now. He does have some PP in that, of course, but yeah, it's fine. Works wonders, really. And now I can't see a way in which I lose the game. He goes to Fable. I can't Scald, so I don't want to give it Water Absorb. I go my Uncle Fable here finally, and he uses his last Wish PP. Okay, great. I go for one last year, knowing that's force damage, and he goes for Teleport to heal up the Dracovish. That's fine. Still can't break Pex. He goes Psychic Fangs, but I go Hydreigon. Now I can just spam Dark Pulse to win the game, and that's that. Clef could have maybe killed me, but then I just would have killed it with whatever. because it was out of wish. So yeah, I'm gonna pause again between games, and then we'll get to one more game, and then we'll it'll be the last game, or I'll cut this part short and I'll do it in two parts. We'll see. This is Finch. Peace. Okay, we're back with the fourth game. I don't know why I said peace last time before the pause. I just did some water. The video wasn't actually ending. I'm going to cut this into two parts though because, spoiler, I do win this game against Alexander. So it's going to go beyond four games, and I've had a really long day. I didn't even think I'd be bringing you guys stuff. I told you guys in like the last like four videos that I wouldn't be bringing anything on Wednesday, but well, it's Wednesday and here we are. It's 10 p.m. I'm just at my house chilling. I'm already bored. So yeah, I got Alexander, really good player in the next round. So I loaded up this ABR Ditto team that I kind of hijacked in between round one and two. And here we are. He's using Curum, Zorora, Aegis Slash, sorry, Clefable, Mandibuzz. Como looks like a pretty solid team. So, but I think I could manage this. Seismitoad Mandy is fine, but I don't want to take the knock right off the bat with Zorora in the back. So I'm going to let Corviknight take it just because Corviknight seems pretty useless in this game. Besides taking Ace Beams, maybe, but even then I've got the Dug Trio with Sash Reversal, so he goes Como as I go Clef, and I'm Combine Clef, so I kind of want to fire Flamethrower off the bat, but I just Moonblast. He takes 18 here. It's Chip, and now I go Mandibuzz here, and I'm hoping he's not toxic. He goes for Iron Head since Choice Banded. I'm hoping it's not plus speed and max damage there, and it's not. So I go Mandibuzz. It's delightful, and I think he's gonna just rock here. I Brave Bird, which is fine. Now I defog as he taunts me, and it turns out to be speed tie 220, so we're both one quicker than Edge Slash. I Brave Bird here as he rocks though, just because why not? And seeing as I'm not knocked, that leaves me only at 86%, so I could like fuck around anyway. And I want to Brave Bird again, but I predicted Zoro, so I go Clefable as a mid ground, and I get a Life Orb Moonblast off here for a potential 2 KO. He can knock me off if he wants, but he's going to go for Plasma Fists. And I'm going to take that opportunity to just hopefully get the 2 KO, but I'm going to fall short with a min damage there. That's fine. I'm going to go Seismitoad, predicting another Plasma Fist to try and dig me out. He's going to go for that, and I'm going to be fine. He's not going to be grassed out with this. And if he is, I probably wouldn't even kill because it's left over in that E-Belt or Life Orb. He does fine taking the knockoff, though, but it's a fair trade for me as I got the Skull. I probably could have went for Rockstar, honestly, but it's fine. He goes Churum here. And now I'm just gonna say, okay, you could take this as Toad. He needed he had like a 98%, 96, whatever the max roll is kill there. He thinks he's getting another kill here against Dark Trio, but I'm Endure, so it's able to like let me take that out, which is really great, and also part of why Dark Trio is fucking ridiculous. I switch out here now. To Mandibuzz on I can fight against pretty much anything. He goes Clef. I'm gonna knock off, figuring it's probably Life Orb, and that is indeed the case. He's doing 39 there. So I'm gonna Roost here, and I think he's gonna U-turn. I was Calm Mind. I don't know why I said U-turn. Now I think I'm gonna U-turn. If I have no, I don't have U-turn in this team. Sorry, I don't know what I'm saying. I defog and let myself take the damage, and now it's fine because I have faster Iron Head Corviknight. Um, but he reveals me Thunderbolt, so I gotta Roost that off, and he's gonna Thunderbolt again there, and now I can just Roost one more time. Just get to fall to where I could live. And he's going to softball trying to scout me out. And I Iron Head here. I do 38. No flinch. Thunderbolt. And he gets the para. So basically, he pursued a 1v1 that was really stupid because I'm faster. So he could have, he went, until I was near full with the Roost, he was fine to keep Thunderbolting because he was physically defensive. So I'm not like 2K-ing him, and he's doing enough to me, and he can keep fishing for para. But like once he gets to that point, pursuing that's so stupid because I'm Iron Head, so I can potentially like do 3 KO him and flinch, and he's not leftovers. And his Thunderbolt is not actually like 2 KOing me, as you can see. So yeah, there's not enough like punishment. There's not enough fish capture. It's clearly favorable for me. He pursues it anyway instead of going like Aegis Slash or trying to knock me off. I see what he did, or trying to get rocks up to taunt me. So it's really stupid of him to pursue this. But he gets it, and he gets the para before I. So I get a force to Clef 4 here. I softballed up. He goes for Moonblast. It's fine. 47. After a Calm Mind, I do live the follow up once. It's fine. But it looks really favorable for him at this point, unless I get a crit first. So he's going to go Aegis Slash, though, which I think was unnecessary. I think he should have pursued it as he did. So I just go Dark Trio as fodder here. He likes an Iron Head. That's fine. I think here I just go Mandibuzz and Roost on up as he goes back to Clefable. Yup. So at least I have by default, he goes to Paralyze. He goes to his own Clefable. He goes Combined. And now we're going to go for the Combined War, I guess. I go Combined. He goes Moonblast. 32. Crit wouldn't even kill that for. Actually, Order because I was a +1. Never mind me. I'm dumb. I softboiled. He goes Iron Head again. I think, and I just got to cover it up with Mandibuzz. At some point, I might have to double roost even, but not yet. He goes to Como. I think here I just Brave Bird on the rocks, and now it's a speed tie here. I'm just gonna go for Brave Bird anyway. He probably taunted. If he body pressed, it sucks because I would have been in range for Iron Head always. But now I'm still in range for Iron Head sometimes. It did 60 before, so I'm gonna roost here as hoping he's gonna come mine, and he does indeed come mine. And now I think I could just fodder off the Corviknight. I actually go Clefable on the second combine. Rio would really smart because he went for another one, and now we're combine warring pretty much. He's gonna do 39 there. Again, thankfully no crit, but it wouldn't really matter if I was able to use my Corviknight as I wished to check this. It's kind of the purpose of it. He got what he needed at like the perfect time. So yeah, again, I'm just thinking, okay, luck will turn. It's tied. I played it optimally, and he's kind of risked unnecessarily. So I'm just doing all I can to maximize my chances here. And he's not critting, so it's great. He's definitely getting more Moonblast than I have used up, but not all of them would crit with kill. For example, that one wouldn't have critted kill, but no, this one would, and he doesn't get it. So now I'm at plus 3 steps, but he keeps getting drops, which sucks. And he keeps going. And I don't see why he's not going Aegis Slash at this point. Like, really, he can. Like, look at my Mandibuzz. He can go for a close combat once. You know, it's a 50-50 for the like him potentially like winning the game if he gets me on Roost. He could also Iron Head, Force Roost, and keep going in sequence. And I only have 11 Roosts left. You know, there are a lot of ways out. Admittedly, that would mean that if I predict I'm going to switch in with Flamethrower once, and like, yeah, it's getting futile for him, but it doesn't need to come down to this from where for me this is like my only win condition. So I finally combined up enough to where I feel like I can just attack, and I do, and I crit the first one, which is so deserved after that sequence before. And he's just like, I hate USA after I said I hate Italy, but like his fucking I got high spend line with round one and an SPL that day, and he just like carelessly played the odds, and he should have like done that before, like the Iron Head into me, or we should have done it with close combat. But either way, get the win here. I'm really happy with how I played this and maximize the odds. I think he messed up, and yeah, he's lost Pokemon Mandibuzz, and it's gonna be wrap. So that's gonna be the first part of this winter coverage. The next game, spoiler, is against Soulwind. So I'll bring that to you guys a bit later. But for now, I hope you guys enjoyed this. This is Finch. I hope you enjoyed it again. Peace.